Hi guys, welcome to Reen's Place. Today I'm going to attempt to make some chocolate chip cookie bread. I've never made this in the bread machine before, but I figured there's only one way to find out if it's possible or not. I'm just going to do it. So, what I'm going to first do is I'm going to spray my my pan with some cooking spray. This is baking spray, I'm sorry. And I use the Pam Happy Baking with flour. Okay, so I just gave that a spray. I'm done with that. And again, don't for sure know what I'm doing, so I'm just going to do it the best I can. In here I have 1 1/4 cups of milk and 2 eggs. And I'm going to beat them together. And I just figured that my machine, it always says to add the wet ingredients first, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I have my eggs and my milk. I'm going to add the oil right in here. I'm going to give that a mix around with it. The oil is, how much oil did I use? 3/4 cup of vegetable oil. Okay. So again, 1 1/4 cups of milk, 2 eggs beaten, and 3/4 cup of oil. Okay, so I'm going to pour that in here. Okay. Next, I'm going to put in my brown sugar, which is a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to put my vanilla in, which is 1 tablespoon. I'm just going to give it a splash. Okay. I'm going to get a little whisk. I feel like whenever you make any kind of bread, cornbread or banana bread or anything in the bread machine, if you mix your ingredients a little before you actually stick it in, I feel like it comes out better, like you get a better end result. Whoops, I almost tipped it over. That wouldn't have been any kind of good result. Okay, so I just added the brown sugar. Next, again, this is a totally new recipe for me. Next, I'm going to add the vanilla jello pudding instant. I'm hoping this is an instant one, correct? Let me just make sure I got an instant one here. Yes. Okay, so that goes in. And I'm going to put all the amounts and directions in the description box. So don't worry about trying to write it down while you're watching. Okay. It smells really good. Okay, so mix that in. Let's see, what else? I'm going to do the flour next, which is going to be, how much flour are we using on this? 1 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour. This is a 1/2 cup measure. I'm going to use 3 of these. 2, 3. Okay, and then I need a cup of old-fashioned oats, which I have right here. It sounds good, doesn't it? Like an oatmeal cookie, like an oatmeal chocolate chip cookie. Okay, so that's a cup of old-fashioned oats. We're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to need 2 teaspoons of baking powder. This is a 1/2 teaspoon measure, so I'm going to go with 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. What else do I need? Flour, oats, baking powder, salt, vanilla, brown sugar, vanilla oil, milk. Okay, and then it asks for a cup of the mini chocolate chips. I'm not sure if I should stick them in now or not. I think I'm just going to put them in. Or you know what I'll do? I'll put a, how much is it asking for? A cup? I'm going to put a half a cup in now. I'm going to let it mix, and then I'll add another half a cup. Okay. Half a cup in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this into the bread machine, and then I will show you, you know, our next step. Give me 2 seconds just to get a little bit organized, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I have everything in here now, and what I think I'm going to do, oh, that looks good. I think I'm going to give it a stir real quick with my spatula. It smells really good, like chocolate chip cookie dough. Okay. So on my machine, this is the Wolfgang Puck. I don't even know which one this is. It's the one with the digital scale. I have flour all over it. I'm going to pick a cake, which is number 6. So menu. I'm going to pick the color as dark, and it's going to take 1 hour and 50 minutes, it's saying, and I'm going to start it. I went by what the directions in the book that the bread book said for banana bread. So that said to use the cake setting and to use it on dark, which also the cream cheese pound cake said the same. So I'm going to let this go, and I'm going to check it probably in about 5 or 10 minutes and see if it needs a stir. But I will bring you back when it's all done. I hope it's good. Okay, guys. So the timer went off for my chocolate chip cookie bread, and what happened was, let me pull it out here for you so you can see it too. What happened was, it was basically raw. So what I did was I didn't even know this function was available on here, but I set the timer on here. It says number 10, bake. So when I stopped it, I hit the menu button until I got to bake, which is option number 10, and then I started it again, and it baked for 10 more minutes. It was still pretty gooey, so I put it on for another 10. So that's 20 additional minutes to the bake time. And then I just put it on now. It's when I tested it with a cake tester. When I brought it out, it was just the slightest bit not done. So I put it on 10 more minutes, but I think I'm going to pull it out after 5. So I will come back in 5 minutes, and I'll show you where we're at, but it looks pretty good. Okay, guys, so it went through 1 cake cycle, and then I did an additional 25 minutes manually on the bread machine. It looks good. I'm going to let it cool here in the pan for a bit, and then I will take it out onto the cutting board, and then I will bring you back so we can cut it open together and see what the finished product looks like. I hope it tastes good. It smells really good. Alright, see you back in a few. Okay, the cake is cool enough that I'm going to try to get it out of the pan. It's going to need a little help. Got a spatula. You know what? It really smells like a chocolate chip cookie. Oh, that was a fail. You know why? It's still hot. Okay, so it doesn't look pretty, but let's see what it looks like on the inside. My husband hears the horror, and he's coming to see what the... what happened. Okay, so, again, certainly not pretty. But, I'm going to taste this little piece here. It's really good. And there's some left in the pan for later. It's not burnt in there at all. It's just that it's still hot because my husband's hurrying me along so he can upload these videos. So if you would have waited probably, I would say let it rest in the pan at least an hour, maybe 2, before you take it out. But, I mean, that is good looking bread. And it tastes good too. But I hope you try the recipe, and I will put all of in the description box, I put all the instructions, including the extra bake time that I had to add to the machine. Now remember, this wasn't a bread machine recipe, but we made it one, so I hope you guys give it a try. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and if you want to, I'm going to leave a link in the description box for my bread machine group. If you'd like to join, please do so. I'll be back soon.